Listen closely. This is the one sentence that will change everything if you let it sink in. If you don't value yourself, no one else will. The world does not hand out respect like candy. Respect is earned, demanded, and protected. Your life will not improve because you wish it to. It will improve because you decide you are worth more, and then you act on that decision every single day. So right now, ask yourself, are you living with standards that honor your value? Or are you settling for scraps because it's comfortable? Too many people trade their future dignity for present comfort. They stay in jobs that crush them, keep friends who use them, and love people who make them invisible, and then wonder why their life feels hollow. Here's a truth that will sound harsh until it becomes liberating. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow. If you accept disrespect, inconsistency, and low effort from others, you've trained them to treat you that way. That's not their fault. That's a reflection of how you've been showing up. But the good news is this: it's reversible. Value is not fixed. You can reclaim it. You can raise your price on life. You can become someone whose presence demands respect. Start with the small acts. Every morning, stand in front of the mirror and say clearly, "I am someone who deserves better." Don't whisper it. Say it loud enough to feel it. Those words are not vanity. They are a seed. Plant it daily and water it with actions. Next, understand that valuing yourself is not soft. It's not about being ego-driven or arrogant. True self-worth is quiet, firm, and steady. It is the calm that comes from alignment between what you say you want and what you do every day. People who value themselves do not beg for attention. They earn it. Your value shows in little things: how you keep your promises, how you speak to others, how you manage your time. Value shows in boundaries. Saying no to small things preserves your ability to say yes to the big things later. Consider how you spend your time. Time is the only currency you will never get back. If you trade your time for people who drain you, for jobs that demean you, or for habits that shrink you, you are spending your life poorly. Value-oriented living starts with a ruthless audit of where your time goes. Make a list today. What are the 3 things you will stop doing because they steal your value? Maybe it's late-night doom scrolling. Maybe it's tolerating small humiliations at work. Maybe it's staying in a relationship that offers excuses instead of effort. Decide to stop. That decision is the first door to a new life. Another immediate test: your language. How do you speak about yourself in private? People who undervalue themselves use phrases like, "I'll try," "Maybe, I'm not ready," "I'll do it later." Replace that language with decisive statements. "I will," "I am ready," "I do this now." Words are not magic, but they train the mind. Use them strategically. Finally, in this first part, know this: you are unique. There is no one else exactly like you. Your combination of experience, personality, memory, and heart is one of a kind. That uniqueness is not a small thing. It is priceless. If you don't put a price tag on your time and energy, others will. If you don't believe you are rare, you will act cheap. Act like the one-of-a-kind person you are. From now on, do not apologize for wanting more. Wanting respect, a better job, meaningful love, or more money is not greedy, it's healthy. You were not designed for smallness. You were made to expand. Here is a hard but useful fact. People rarely change their behavior unless they feel consequences. That means you will be the agent of change in your life. Expect no rescue. That's terrifying for some, but it's liberating for the ones who decide to take charge. Ask yourself, how often do you tolerate disrespect because you fear the fallout of confronting it? Maybe you stayed quiet in a meeting while someone took credit for your idea. Maybe you smiled and swallowed when someone dismissed your ambition. Those moments feel small, but they compound. Each silent concession builds a pattern. You accept less, and the world continues to give you less. People will test your boundaries, and they will respect the ones you enforce. Boundaries are not walls. They are signs. Here is how I expect to be treated. A boundary can be simple. I don't work after this hour, or I won't accept insults. When someone crosses it, you act calmly, firmly, immediately. No drama, just consequence. Consequences do not have to be harsh. They can be intelligent. If a colleague steals your idea, you raise the stakes. Document your contributions. Speak up next time, or move your energy to people who uplift your work. If a partner belittles you, set a requirement, respect, or we don't continue. If friends only call when they need something, give less of yourself and see who shows true care. True people will step up. The rest will reveal themselves. Another reason people fail to be respected is the lack of demonstration. Words without results are empty. If you claim you are capable but your calendar proves otherwise, people will not be convinced. So build evidence. Show up on time. Finish what you start. Keep receipts of your wins, not for bragging, but so you can remind yourself and stand on proof. There is also an economic truth to worth. Value attracts value. When you invest in yourself, skill, health, appearance, knowledge, you signal to the world that you are taking yourself seriously. That changes how people treat you. A person who invests in themselves is not asking for help. They are demonstrating competence and self-respect. That is magnetic. Where to invest? Start with 3 areas: your body, your mind, and your craft. Exercise and sleep change how you feel and how others perceive you. Deep learning increases your confidence because competence breeds calm.
Craft the work you do is the currency of your reputation. Invest time daily into each area. People also undervalue themselves because they confuse humility with meekness. There is a humble way to be visible. It is called showing your work with dignity. Share results, not promises. Let your success be evidence, not a boast. Be proud without needing external applause. Now, let's talk about toxic relationships. One of the fastest ways to raise your value is to cut ties with those who consistently diminish you. This does not have to be dramatic. It can be quiet and firm. Reduce the time you spend with negative people. Make your inner circle a circle of builders, not borrowers. Builders add, borrowers take. If someone drains your confidence, limit their access. Workplace respect is a different battlefield. If you are underpaid, it is not because you are unlucky. It is often because you have not set the terms for your worth. Learn to negotiate. Prepare your evidence. Know market rates. Ask for what you deserve. If the company refuses to meet you at your value, consider where else your skills are better rewarded. Walking away is a negotiation tool. Employers will either adjust or you will grow elsewhere. At home and in relationships, demand reciprocity. Respect is mutual. If you are giving 100% and receiving 10%, you are investing in someone else's life, not your own. Rebalance. Ask for support. Ask for clarity. If promises are empty, hold people to deliverables. If they cannot, be ready to adjust your involvement. Do not confuse empathy with self-abuse. You can be kind and still be firm. Your kindness should not be a discount on your dignity. People who love you will honor your standards. If they don't, they reveal their limits, not yours. Finally, in this section, understand that people will react. Some will envy your new standards. Some will try to shame you back into old roles. That's a test. If the world resists your upgrade, that is evidence you're moving in the right direction. Hold steady. Let reaction be their problem and your progress your home. You said it yourself. Make yourself valuable, praiseworthy, so people will respect and even envy your success. That is not about vanity. It's about creating undeniable value. Here are the exact steps to build that version of you. Create a value ledger. Keep a private document called Value Ledger. Each day, record 3 things you did that created value: a completed task, a lesson learned, a connection made. Over time, this ledger becomes proof. When you negotiate, when you doubt yourself, when someone questions, you bring out your ledger. Evidence removes insecurity. Rules of personal presentation. Dress like you're ready for opportunity. This does not mean expensive clothes. It means clean, intentional, well-fitted. Grooming is nonverbal respect. It tells others you take yourself seriously. Posture. eye contact, and a calm voice are the finishing touches. Attention to appearance signals self-respect. Master your craft. Select the skill that will most directly increase your options. For some, it's programming. For others, it's sales, design, or communication. Commit to deep practice, 60 to 90 minutes of focused work daily. Apply the small daily compound method, 1%. Better each day compounds into dominance. Financial self-respect. Money is not everything, but financial independence is a pillar of self-respect. Build a simple plan. Save. Reduce dumb expenses. Increase your skills to raise earning potential. Learn basic negotiation and price your work. Never undervalue yourself because of fear. Price reflects confidence. Emotional standards. Practice emotional hygiene. Don't be a dumpster for others' drama. If someone brings chaos, don't absorb it. Protect your energy. Use a daily reflection. What emotions did today force in me? And how can I regulate them tomorrow? Emotional maturity is magnetic. Boundaries and scripts. Boundaries are easier when you have a script. Write short lines you can use when someone crosses your limit. Examples: I can't take on that task right now. I'm not comfortable being spoken to that way. Or if respect can't be mutual, we need distance. Practice saying these lines until they feel natural. Reputation building. Deliver more than expected. If you give someone more than they expected, they will value you more. Build a portfolio of small over-deliveries. This becomes social proof that you are reliable, skilled, and generous in the right ways. Public work with private standards. Share the outputs, not the process. When you have a product, a completed project, an article, a result, present it clearly. Let the work speak. The world respects what it can see and measure. Mentorship and accountability. Find someone a level above who can push you. Mentors accelerate growth. Accountability partners keep you honest. Pay for coaching if possible. Investment in guidance returns in faster progress. Daily rituals for value. Morning, 20 minutes of movement. 10 minutes of planning. 1 focused work sprint. Midday, an hour of skill work. A 15-minute check-in with your ledger. Evening, read 30 minutes. Write 1 page of reflections. 10 minutes of gratitude and boundary planning for tomorrow. These rituals build competence, presence, and quiet confidence. Small public wins. Publish short case studies of your work. A 1-page result sheet, a before, after image, or a 60-second video demonstrating a skill. Small visible wins accumulate into reputation. Learn to negotiate life. Negotiation is not aggressive. It is deciding to respect your own terms. In salary talks, prepare. Show numbers, market research, contributions. In relationships, negotiate responsibilities and behaviors. In friendships, negotiate availability and energy. If they value you, they will meet you halfway.
Create a circle of higher standards. Your network defines your net worth. Add 2 people this year who are better than you in key ways. Learn from them. Offer them your help. Surround yourself with excellence and let their standards lift yours. Train for envy, aim for respect. There's a line between making others jealous and making them admire you. Choose admiration. Be generous. Share credit. Give help where it matters. The aim is to be praiseworthy, someone others admire for substance. Physical energy equals social currency. Invest in sleep, movement, and nutrition. When you are energetic, you speak with presence, act with vigor, and attract opportunities. Energy is visible and non-negotiable. If you follow these steps, you will become a person people respect. You will not need to beg for attention. You will earn it. And when your life changes, those who once doubted will feel the sting of regret, not because you wanted to hurt them, but because you decided your life was worth investing in. This final part is the uncompromising call. Read it, record it, and then act on it. You deserve more. You deserve dignity, respect, and joy. You deserve work that challenges you and pays you. You deserve love that lifts you, not erases you. You deserve friendship that checks in without needing a favor every time. This is not negotiable. But crucially, deserving is not the same as entitlement. Deserving is a statement of readiness, that you have prepared, that you are willing to pay the price, that you will take responsibility for the life you want. Everything you desire requires a deposit: time, discipline, consistency, sacrifice. You must be prepared to invest. So here's what you must do, starting now. Declare your standards. Write down in one line the minimum non-negotiables for your life, the salary you will not accept below, the respect you demand, the time you protect. Put this where you will see it. Act every day. Do the smallest actions that compound toward those standards. One email, one training, one conversation. Repetition builds proof. Cut slowly, but cut absolutely. Remove people and habits that consistently chip away at your worth. You don't need to cut perfectly. You need to stop feeding the drain. Celebrate without noise. Acknowledge progress privately. Let your life's results be the public celebration. Humility and pride can coexist. Be humble in your learning and proud of your work. Teach by example. When you change your life, you give others permission to change theirs. You become a lighthouse. Do not dim your progress so others can stay comfortable. And one last, hard truth. Some people will resent you for rising. That's okay. Resentment is often a mirror. Let it be their problem. Your mission is to honor yourself, not to manage other people's feelings.
Make your life a non-negotiable demonstration that you value yourself. Build the habits, keep the ledger, perform the rituals, negotiate your worth, demand respect calmly and without drama. Become praiseworthy not to make people jealous, but because you owe it to yourself to live at your level. When you reach that place, when your life finally matches the value you know you have, something beautiful will happen. The world will adjust. Opportunities you once thought were for other people will show up at your door. People will take you seriously. Doors will open. And yes, some will envy your rise, but more will respect it. You are valuable. You are unique. You deserve more than the crumbs you have been offered. Refuse to settle again. This is your life. Design it with intention. Live it with pride. Raise your standards. Be the person people admire. Be the person people never forget. Start now. Value yourself fiercely. Demand better. Then work consistently and unapologetically until your life shows that you are always worth it. You are not small. You are not replaceable. You are not an option. You are a priority. Value yourself. Stop settling. Become praiseworthy. Make them envy your success, not your misery. Live at the level of your worth. You deserve more. Go and take it.